in Mocaine, Missouri. Alright guys, we made it to the farm shoot in Mocaine, Missouri. Now, it's a really local shoot for me, but it's kind of growing in popularity. They got a lot of people that show up to this shoot, and we're gonna try to have some fun. We're shooting from the Orange Stake. I didn't know coming here if they were gonna have a traditional division or not, but they do, and so we're gonna give it a go. It is nice and muddy, a little rainy this morning, but made it to the first stake already. Shooting a little bobcat, so see how it goes. Trying out the 4 fletch for the first time. Let's see how it does. Looks like a pretty good shot. Alright, first shot. Felt just a little bit low, but overall not too bad. I'm also getting used to judging yardages, and so that's a challenge, but well, looks like we started on a 5, so not the most spectacular first round. I'm gonna go ahead and score this arrow real quick, and then we'll see you on the next target. Alright, second target we have way down there. We have a little mountain lion, so let's hopefully bring my arrow up a little bit more this time. I think the problem I have with a lot of these 3D targets, especially with judging, is I'm not giving myself enough distance. So 1, I'm shooting low because of that, and 2, my brain likes to look at the target, so I naturally like to aim a little bit lower. So I need to bring that sight picture up, and as I bring it through that tendering, just release. So we're gonna shut up and see what we do on this target. Much better. That was a lot better than the first little 5 that I had. I think that was a 10 easily. If we were scoring lower 12s, I think I would have gotten the 12. But we're scoring center 12s. So, yep, absolutely drilled the lower portion of that. That's what we call a good shot. I gave myself a little bit more yards. It looked almost to me like 20 at first, and so I shot about 22 yards and just drilled it. So I think that's what we're going to go with. We're just going to keep steadily shooting. We got 30 targets today, so we got time. So without further ado, let's go to the next target. So in case you're wondering, the way we score these 3D shoots is you have this card and you have numbers that go through 1 through 18, and then on this side they go also through 1 through 18. So since we're only shooting 30 targets, we're going down to 12 right here. But you see there's a number on there, and today we're, instead of 11s, we're shooting 12s. And so right, if I shoot a 12, I write a 12 in that box. If I shoot a 10, shoot 10 in that box, 8 in that box, 5 in that box, and if I miss, I put a 0. And this is your total score. So because I shot my first arrow as a 5, I'm marking an X on the 5. I'm gonna take my pen out. And the shot was a 10, so I'm gonna mark on the 10 mark, and then I'm gonna give myself 15, because you're adding to it every single time, and I'll give you your total by the end of the round. You have your total score. So that's how you do that. And then you have your class. So I'm in the traditional class, and then stake orange. So we're shooting from the orange stake. I have a maximum yardage of about 25 to 30 yards. So a lot of these unsighted targets, whether you're shooting traditional, whether you're shooting bare bow, which is what I'm shooting, some of them have what's called fingers, which is a compound bow, but you don't shoot a release, which actually, now that I think about it, I believe they shoot with sights. And so any of your unsighted ranges are going to be about a max of 30 yards. And Olympic recurve will also be about 30 yards for 3D. So that's just a little bit in case you guys are a little unfamiliar with 3D archery. That's just kind of how the system goes. And so usually walk up on a trail like this. We're on target 3. And again, you can just see how muddy it is from all that rain we had last night and this morning. I'm wearing my muck boots. But you have target number 3. And you have a blue stake, which is for open compound shooters. And then you have the red stake for release shooters. And then you have orange, and that's for traditional. And for the third target, we have a javelina. Looking to be about the same yardage. I'm gonna probably shoot for 23 and just see how it goes. Looks like once again we have a good shot. Looks like another 10. Again, I'm still hitting the lower portion of the 10s, so that's I'd like to bring it up higher if I can, but not complaining about a 10, especially in bare bow. So once again, not a bad shot at all. Well within the 10. Those are the shots we're looking for. So we're doing good, other than that first little shot. But you use your bad shots to say what went wrong, what you can improve on your next target, and you go on from there. Because especially on a course like today, we have 30 targets. That could be my only 5, and it doesn't even affect me whatsoever. Or I can let it get in my head and ruin my score and shoot a bunch of other 5s. So hopefully that doesn't happen today. Hopefully we can get into a groove and get shooting good. So next target, here we go. All right, we're a couple targets in. I think this is 8 or 9. I let my camera charge a little bit. We had one more 5 in there, but I think we're kind of tied between 5 or 8s and 10s right now. So this one, I figured I'd pull the camera out for this one because it's a little raccoon. Okay. This is my first time ever judging at a shoot. Actually, I'll take that back. I think I've judged a few shoots before, judge yardage. And so this one, you can see, it's kind of a weird one. It's tricky. So my first arrow was all the way up here. That's when I shot for 18 yards. And then I shot for 15 yards, and I didn't take my time. Shot way down here. Second shot, again 15 yards, and I held it really still in the middle. It still shot a little bit high. Pulled out my rangefinder, and there's only 13 yards away. So again, especially with these shoots where your first couple targets you shoot a little bit low, and so you kind of say to yourself in your brain, all right, I'm gonna add a couple yards to whatever I think it is. It's better to judge farther than shorter. And you get a little guy like this that's just shorter than you think, but it's all part of the challenge. It happens, and you just got to keep going. And we still got quite a few targets left, so let's keep on trucking. Earlier I was trying to get it on camera, but there's a turkey hen that I got real close to. Those right up here, and she started spitting, and she just flew all the way down this hill, down that valley. It was really cool. But yeah, she just started cutting real hard because she got scared. But it's always cool to see wildlife like this. Just in their habitat. There's a couple deer out here, some turkeys. It's always good to see that stuff. Alright guys, a couple targets later, and we have a double target right here. A deer and a wolf right behind it. Got 10s on both of them. Right there. Go ahead and pull it. We got the edge of the 10 on both of them, but hey, it's a 10. That's all that matters. So I'm really liking this 4-fletched arrow. I fletched up 3 of them last night, and so far they're shooting really, really good. I like them. Sometimes, especially when you string walk a little bit, those arrows can get a little out of tune. They can fly kind of funky, and so that 4th fletching just adds a little bit more stability to the arrow, straightens it out a little bit more. Just flies really, really good. With a properly tuned bow too, arrows are always going to fly good, even when you don't have fletchings. Your bear shaft should be flying good, but again, when you're out like this in an environment where you're easily going to get affected, it's just a great thing to have that extra stability within your arrow. And I'm shooting a really short, compact bow too. Most people shoot, 23, 25, 27 inch risers. I'm shooting a 19 inch Satori riser. I've had it since day one. I love it. Shoot great with it, so there's no reason to change. Enough practice, enough tuning with your arrows, and just shooting the right setup, and ain't no reason to change anything. So here we are, another target. We're going to give it a go. So, we'll see you later. We have our first 12 of the day. You can't really, I mean, it's hard to see that 12 ring, but because it's all shot up, but you can just kind of see right there. I just center punched it, so that's a really good feeling for the day. I love that. Bring my score up just a hair, so we're doing good. Alright, I don't know how well y'all could see that, but a bow fisherman's favorite target right here is the carp. Actually, it looks like a buffalo because of the fin. It's my favorite. So, straight 10 shot. Great little shot. I'm happy with it. So, for most 3D shoots, we only shoot 20 targets. So, we shot 20 targets so far, and so far, my score's at 169, which isn't too bad. It's not exactly what I want if I want to win, say an ASA or something like that, but for unmarked, for judging for the first time, 169 so far is not too bad. Not too bad at all. But we got 10 targets left to shoot, so we still have a lot to come back from if we do that. So hopefully all will go well. Alright, last target, we have a bedded down deer. This is target number 30. I will end on that target. That's what we're looking for. Yep, nope, not a bad finish at all, guys. Target looked really good. I think we might have had the 12. If not, we're just outside it. And my gosh. Dang. You can see, I think it's hard to tell. It's just barely outside, but it's pulling that line. It's pulling that line. However, in normal ASA rules, if there's a hole that is taking up the line, your arrow's touching that hole, that's a 12. So just for the fun of it, I'm gonna call it a 12. So finish on a 12. Not a bad way to finish at all. So that's good. I'm gonna go up, add up my score, and tell y'all how I did. Alright folks, we finished with a 256, which I'm pretty happy with it, especially my last target being a 12. Some things I could have improved on. I think I could have taken some more time on my shots. A lot of them were a little bit low, and caused me to shoot a few too many 8s. Overall though, I mean, not bad at all. I'm really happy with how I shot today. I have a good foundation of things I can work on, things I need to take my time and slow down. You know, before 3D World Trials, we're gonna go to Metropolis ASA here in a couple weeks, and they have 3D World Trials before that, and we're gonna give it a go. But I want to make sure I'm on my game, shoot the best that I can, and see what happens. You know, I'm not expecting a lot, but you never know what could happen in between now and then. So I'm taking it seriously, but I'm having fun with it. You know, it's easy to take things too seriously and get in your head and realize you just need to shoot, and you need to, you know, it's not your bow. There's no issues with your bow. However, if you do find there's issues, make sure you tune them and correct them as much as you can, and that'll save a lot of anxiety and frustration. But at the end of the day, it's all about finding things that you're doing wrong. So, you know, I had someone tell me that I'm twisting my release a little bit, so it's twisting the string. I'm also not pushing through all the way with my bow hand. So those are things I try to keep gentle pressure and keep my release hand as vertical as possible, and those have really helped me. And at this point, it's all guessing the right yardages, making sure that I'm not shooting too high or too low, because I guess the yardage wrong, but that's just a part of the game. So alright, so just turned my scorecard in, and I actually did some double checking, and I had 1 point in there that I didn't count. Just math wasn't mathing at the time, so we ended up with a 257, which I'm extremely happy with it. Might have won the traditional division today, but you know, I was just here for practice, and we did good. We did get some good practice. So I'll see y'all next video. Stay tuned. Who knows what it'll be? I'll put it out whenever. Anyways, take care. We'll see you.